Hey everybody, welcome back to Purple Sector. We are going to do a quick touch on Quali before we get to the actual race. And unfortunately, we will start with the bad news. Max crashed on the first turn. And as a Max fan, I'm very sad that's how the season starts. It sucks.
Only uphill from here.
Yeah, good news is we get to see him go from last to first. But um, I am happy, or I was happy to find out that it was a mechanical failure and not him just being an idiot. Um, the MGUK locking up the rear axle sucks, but it's just gonna happen, especially the first few weeks.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. I'm sure in the car I felt like he just was instantly 180 degrees backwards on track. So, um, yeah, glad to hear his wrists and hands are okay. So, I'm excited to see some action, see him carve through the field.
Yeah, it's weird to hear him say that that's something he's never felt in his career. I mean, dude's been driving since he came out the womb. His dad forced him to race in freezing temperatures and touching the exhaust to stay warm.
Have you seen the video of Yost getting interviewed and Max is just doing laps in the go-kart in the background of the video?
Yeah,
It's great.
yeah, he's built for this. But yeah, I'm glad he's not injured. Not really. I think he was so caught off guard he just didn't let go of the wheel. It's kind of weird. Most
No,
most racers know.
yeah, I mean, I think he's not having a fun time. I don't think any of the drivers are having a fun time. We're going to talk about Norris and how he's performing compared to Piastri, but I mean, Max has been pretty outspoken about this rig set not being the most fun to drive, and for that to be his first experience, not awesome.
Yeah, sure he's super happy right now. Speaking of, Norris looked very off pace all through practice, really, compared to Piastri.
He was way off pace, and I don't know if they did some data sharing like they did last year, where one was significantly ahead of the other, and then come quali, they're much closer. But yeah, I mean Q3 was the closest he got, wasn't he? It's 3/10 off in Q2, 2/10 off in Q1,
Yeah, he
less than a
definitely
tenth.
he
Yeah,
found a little bit of a groove for sure, at least at the end. So good news
he was
for
outspoken after as well.
yeah.
He had some not awesome things to say, basically saying, we went from the best cars to the worst cars.
All right, there's
Doesn't
the
feel
drama
good.
queen in him. Definitely not the worst car, but I mean, going from what they had last year to where they're at now probably feels like the worst car because I mean they're obviously the best car last year.
Yeah, I mean, pole last year was a 1:15.1 essentially. So we're, you know, 3+ seconds off here.
That's crazy.
Even going back to 2022, if I look at that, we are 7/10 off the pace from 2022. That was our last big rig reset. So we've got our work cut out for it, trying to figure out these new rig sets. And I don't know. It's just as chaotic watching as I thought it would be. It's impossible to know who has battery and who's holding back. And I don't know. We'll see how tonight goes, the race.
Yeah, I'm excited. I feel like it's either going to be one of two ways. It's going to be super exciting. I don't know if it's really going to be in between. Like we're going to see a lot of passes, a lot of bold moves on corners, maybe, or it's going to be the complete opposite. No one knows what the frick they're doing long term with their battery, and it's just going to be a giant Congo line all around the track. Um,
I mean, if practice and qualifying were anything to go off of, I think George and Kimmy are going to be out there. We might get a McLaren, Ferrari, Red Bull fight here for podium spots. Um, I do think there's such a high offset in the recharge and just battery management that inevitably people are going to get caught out. Um, so there's probably going to be a good amount of on-track action. Um, it's probably just not for first place.
yeah, I think if all goes smoothly, it seems like Mercedes has got 1-2 locked in for at least a few races, maybe as long as they keep it clean. George looks stupid fast. I mean, he's outpacing Antonelli decently for the same car. I know Antonelli didn't have, perfect spec for their car rebuild. Well done by Mercedes. There was a Hamilton interview talking about that if it's the compression in the engine, then basically that's not cool. But there's no way to
Yeah.
really tell if that's
Well, I don't
what
think
this
it
is.
is because they're engine supplier, right? So McLaren's got that same spec engine, Williams has that same spec engine, Alpine has that engine, and we're not seeing the advantage. So my suspicion is, yes, there's an engine advantage. Mercedes is the only team who's figured out how to unlock it with the battery management. They have the strategy for battery management. The other teams haven't figured it out.
Battery and
So
maybe a little aero.
possibly, yeah, I don't know, but at least it gives me faith that throughout the season, these other teams are going to pick up on what Mercedes is doing. We might get more competitive towards the end. So
Yeah,
that's what we have to hold out hope for.
that makes sense. I saw on the main broadcast they had some of the data compared. They compared Merc to McLaren, and the usage and dump was like very different. And then as soon as you swapped it over to both Mercs, they're almost identical. So I think Mercedes, in a very German way, seems like they have they're following orders like to the T, while maybe McLaren, Norris is trying to figure out his way of doing the battery, and Piastri maybe figured out a little, is following team orders, or maybe he just is better at managing it. So it's working out
I think
better.
I think that was definitely what was happening in practice. Yeah, I was smirking there because you made the comment about German engineers and overcomplicated engineering. And then I realized that, looked at the timing list and I'm like, oh, there's Audi right in the middle of the pack. Well, guess what? They're German too.
Yeah.
So do the Germans just get this right?
And speaking of Audi, they actually, solid midfield team.
Yeah. Yeah. Not far off of Racing Bulls there. In fact, their Q2 times were better than Racing Bulls. Well, aside from Lawson's 19.9, but they're close. It is concerning that Bortoleto had that failure.
Yes, that is,
So,
and a bummer for him. That was unfortunate.
yeah, I mean, we're going to get some DNFs here. Who knows how far Aston makes it into this race, but someone's bound to have a failure. I hope it happens in a place where it's safe. We saw how sketchy that gets on the pit entry when Bortoleto went out. Then Vlad almost went into the back of Lawson. That would have been
That could have
bad
been
news.
real bad. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have some DNFs in the race. Williams is having issues. Audi had that. We don't even have to talk about Aston. It sounds like they're going to do like 4 laps and then call it. Who knows? I don't know I didn't actually look up what the minimum is.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you see the news about George having to take another, not a power unit, but a battery component? You only have 2 allocated for the whole season, and he swapped in his second one in the first race.
I did not see that. Okay, so
Yeah, I have to look up what that part is.
that could obviously pose issues later on, but if they stay this far ahead the whole season, I don't think any sort of penalty is going to hurt them.
No, and yeah, that's what people are saying was, well, maybe they're just so far out ahead that they're comfortable taking a grid penalty.
Yeah.
An energy store. So yeah, it's part of the battery system.
No, I did not see that. On top of, alternatively to the Max crash, Hadjar qualifying P3 as the second Red Bull driver is
That's a
one
great
impressive
sign.
for him, but hopefully things are looking up for Red Bull. And my excitement on that is that hopefully the top 4 teams are actually teams of 2 this time instead of 3 teams of 2 and a team of 1, because Red Bull's just been, they were in the championship last year and it was basically 1 driver. I think Yuki scored once, twice maybe. So that's good news for them. I hope Hadjar's solid. It kind of sucks to see these drivers come into that team and fade out so quickly.
Yeah, you and I have talked about this before. I think that previous regulation car was just so heavily tailored towards Max that these other guys just couldn't keep up with it. And then they ask for Max's setup. They just get lost in the sauce.
Yeah. He's too good. Just too good.
He's just an animal. But yeah, I think it's a great sign for Hadjar. I'm crossing my fingers that he can break the curse. You just see the thing about the double letter Red Bull drivers.
Yeah.
Only the second seat double letters can.
Yeah, the Ricardo curse.
I got excited for a minute because Hadjar has two A's, and then realized that Checo Perez has two E's. So that doesn't work.
I gotta be back to back. So it's time to break the curse. But he seems solid. Kept getting better.
Speaking of Checo, just see how happy he was with Cadillac's performance. I think they're just happy to be there.
Happy. I mean, Bottas and Checo get redemption time. Honestly, for being a brand new team, they know they're not good, but they're not. I mean, Aston's a established team with money. Arguably the best engineer, one of the best drivers that's been around, and is still quality. I mean, everyone hates on Stroll, but he's one of the best drivers in the world. Still, doesn't matter. I mean, they have a good team overall. So I think Cadillac should be just happy with where they're at right now. It's not bad.
Yeah. I'm excited to see where they wind up. They had some issues, but I think only one car made it on track for Quali. Is that right?
I think Paris.
Yeah.
Paris P.
They were both out there for Quali. That's right. They were having issues in practice. Stroll, though, no time.
No, and he didn't. Did he? I don't think he went out in FP3 either. His car's broken. Sucker's down.
Yeah. I mean, we have to hope that they just get that engine figured out mid-season. They can turn it around and have a little bit of competition.
Try to not be in last end of the year. Summer break, hopefully. I don't know. If it's as bad as everything, what you don't know what to completely trust, but if it's as bad as it sounds, they're in trouble.
Did you look into all the drama with that, with Nui and Honda?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit yesterday, but just from what I read, it sounds like they're just blaming each other.
Yeah. Well, what I've heard, I don't know what truth there is to it, but the previous Honda unit, when they were with Red Bull, those guys got moved on to other departments within Honda, and so
that was
it's new engineers, people that aren't as familiar. I mean, I would think Honda's still Honda, right? But
but if they completely wiped the engineering team that was previously for F1, that's like a brand new team.
Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully they can bring some upgrades and make something happen.
Yeah, pretty sad. I had high hopes for them with the Honda engine just based on Red Bull's experience, so that's unfortunate. At least their car looks pretty, so there you go. But Alonso's time is ticking, so they need to get it fixed. He's not gonna be around forever.
Yeah.
I know we're doing a quick one today. Do we want to do a quick touch on Ferrari and then maybe some race predictions?
Yeah, I mean, not surprised to see Ferrari where they are. I kind of thought that might be the case when we mentioned last time they're messing around with this fancy rotisserie wing and kind of showing off. I don't know if it was a trick to tempt other teams or if they're genuinely trying a future upgrade, and we're going to see that at some point. But you don't do those kinds of things unless you think the other parts of your car are solid. And clearly they thought they were. Well, it turns out they weren't.
They're not bad.
So
they're not what I mean. I honestly expected more from them.
I don't think Ferrari fans are going to see a P7 and be excited.
No. There were some concerns Lewis kept. I mean, he wasted a whole set of tires.
He bailed out of multiple laps.
Two hot laps on the
Yeah.
softs that they saved. We were talking about it. We were watching quali together. They qualied on the mediums and actually they looked good Q1
I think
on
that's
mediums.
going to be an ongoing flaw with this rig set is you've just got to get that battery management perfect. Otherwise, you're way off. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe otherwise Lewis would be up there with Charles. But oh, look at that!
Guess. Big F1 fan.
Oh yeah.
Big car fan, really.
He told me that he wanted Charles Leclerc on pole, which is shocking because he is a former Verstappen fan turned Lando fan. You know.
Oh, you turned him to the dark side. I guess it's the light side.
He just rolls with
Max
the champion.
The dark side.
He likes winners.
He's a kid. Makes sense. He's the kid in the stands that's wearing a McLaren shirt and a Red Bull hat.
Yeah.
With a Charles flag.
With a stuffed, what's his dog's name?
Roscoe?
Leo.
Oh, no, Charles.
Roscoe's
Lewis's dog.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Leo. But what do you think podium? I mean, most of it seems obvious.
Yeah. You're going to say Hadjar, so I'm going to say not Hadjar. But I think it's both Mercedes and probably Charles or Oscar. I'm going to go Oscar because, you know, Ferrari does Ferrari things, and there's still plenty of room for them to screw up a strategy.
Well, I was going to say the same thing as you, but now I feel like I can't because
you have to say Hadjar now.
Piastri ended P4, correct?
P5.
I closed my window for that, P5.
Yeah.
I'll say Hadjar as a Red Bull fan, but my concerns there are race experience. But I mean, he seems to have a handle of the car, so I don't know. This is a big test, but I'll go George, Kimi, Hadjar. I mean, guessing the first race with new regs is so tough, especially these current ones.
I predict that there's going to be someone's going to break down, there's going to be a red flag, someone's going to get an advantage, and there's going to be some shenanigans. So at least it'll be a good watch.
100%, yeah. It'll be a late night on the East Coast for me. I mean, I would be surprised if we have multiple red flags, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, if it seems like when the batteries go, I mean, you get the car shut down. Once it's shut down,
it's not a little thing.
Yeah,
it's
it's a
gone.
big deal. Yeah, so very dangerous. I don't think the little blinky lights are going to save anybody. We might get a repeat of was it Imola, Monza, where George like flipped. It's like, I'm in the middle of the track, red flag,
That was
red
Australia.
flag. Was it Australia? Oh my gosh, I thought it was. So hopefully we don't get a repeat of that. But hopefully, I mean, it'd be great to not get red flags, have a smooth race. But as long as everyone's safe, I think we all like some carnage. So I'd like some feisty carnage, some spicy Charles overtakes, some angry Charles nudges around the corners.
Oh, we're guaranteed a spicy Ferrari radio message. Someone's gonna say something.
Yes. Must
be the water.
All right, so we got podium. We're about to cut it. Who comes into who has the first DNF? For a wild guess. Let's take Aston out of it because they're most likely going to retire. So
okay, I had Stroll on the tip of my tongue. I think there's an incident at turn 1, and I don't know. Well, maybe just my tried and true answer, Colapinto. It really could be anyone.
Keep it off the grass. Keep it off the grass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Trying to not think of collisions, but I'm gonna go mechanical failure Williams DNF. If there's a crash before that, there's a crash, but
yeah. How about D, all of the above?
D, all of the above. A lot of things are gonna happen. Cool. We'll wrap it up there. Thank you everyone for tuning in again. We'll keep releasing content. get quicker with it, better at it. If you like our videos, please like it, and we'll just keep sending stuff out there. Appreciate y'all, and we'll catch you next time on Purple Sector. Adios.